Why? Why the reason why? What is going on? You know, this is Altone, and welcome to another absolutely fantastic day. Today I'm out by the Rappahannock. It's a nice little area. I'm leaving my physical therapy appointment. I drive past this place. It's beautiful. So I said, let me stop here and go ahead and record this video. But today I want to talk about the reason why. Why do we continue to go through, or why do we find ourselves in some of these extremely difficult situations? Now, recently, I did do a video about how to deal with going through difficult life situations. But today I want to ask the question, why? Why do we go through these things? Because when we understand why, then we will start to be able to better deal with the things that happen to us in life. And Steven Furtick actually put out a video recently that said it had to happen. And it's funny because I was already thinking about why these things happen, and then I saw this video which gave me an even greater understanding of why. So one of the very first excuses or reasons why we come up with for why we might be dealing with a situation is our situations, or especially the difficult ones, are a consequence of actions that we have taken. They're the consequence of something, or a decision we've made, or something we have done. And that is true in a lot of situations. That can be true. If you are a smoker, I have to go there because that's where I've been. You are a smoker and you find yourself with a medical condition based on having been a smoker for a long period of time. You automatically assume that having that specific medical condition is a result of you smoking. Another reason why sometimes we'll find ourselves going through different situations is because there is a lesson to be learned from those things. I've even talked about that in a previous video. If I can find it for you real quick, I'll link it up in the cards. But sometimes you'll find yourself going through something because of the fact that you yourself, there's a lesson that you need to learn. And that lesson that you need to learn in that particular situation is the lesson that's going to take you to the next level in your life. Many of us say we're in different seasons. So this season that I'm in right now, going through this difficult situation, we talked about illness. I had a problem with my neck. Going through this particular illness, okay, the reason why we're going through that is because in the situation that we're in, we need to learn something from that situation that's going to carry us to the place that we need to be, to the success or the purpose or the actual destiny of where our life is taking us, and the things that we need to accomplish in life, or the blessings that we need to provide for others. And that in itself takes me to my very next point. One of the other reasons why sometimes we go through these difficult things is because as we're going through these difficult things, they end up being a blessing for someone else. They get to witness how we handle these situations with faith as we continue to go through them, regardless of how we feel about, you know, the things that are actually taking place and going on. There's some people behind me enjoying enjoying this little space here, which is cool. And sometimes we even believe that the reason why we're going through some of these things is because we're being set up for a blessing. I can tell you there have been many times in my life that I've found myself in very, very difficult situations. I actually went through a layoff in the process of selling one home and moving into another one. In the middle of it, it was crazy to me. Why would I be going through this situation right now? And the outcome of that, and maybe one day I'll tell that full story, is that I ended up within a month making more money in that month than I would have with the severance package and everything else. And the date anniversary, getting a job where the pay increase from the job I was laid off on, the pay increase was more than enough to make that payment on the house that I was moving into. So sometimes the things or situations that we are actually dealing with or going through, the difficult things, are actually to set us up for a blessing, to put us in a better place, to put us in a place where we didn't even think we could possibly get to. But our difficult situation has now pushed us to the point where we have to either exercise some faith or just believe that God is going to take us to that place that He has for us, and we're going to get there. And the very last reason that came to mind when I was thinking about this video and putting this together is that one of the reasons, or should I say, also one of the reasons why we could possibly go through some very challenging, difficult situations in life is because of the fact that God wants us to realize that we need Him. Sometimes we get so caught up in our success. I've gotten caught up and just relaxed in my level of success that I've begun to just take for granted that this is where I'm at. And there are times that God will allow these difficult situations to come about in your life just to shake you a little bit, for you to realize that you need to turn back to Him. Sometimes when we go through the worst things, we'll forget to talk to God as everything is going great. As soon as something happens, a tragedy happens in our life, we immediately pray, Lord, please help me through this, and Lord, help me through that, or help me overcome this, or Lord, bless me to get through this situation. That's when we start having conversations with Him. We start having those conversations because we're going through difficulty. When He wants to remind us, when everything is going well, you know what? Boom. I don't want bad for my children. I always want my children to have good things. But I want my children also to understand that they need me. Because when they are without me, it is not me, and I'm speaking as God would for us. It's not me that's hurting. It's them that are hurting, because I'm the one that owns all and is in control of all. And when you start to take for granted and believe that you can do all of it on your own, that is when we're in the worst place we could possibly be. And He'll allow things to happen to draw us back in, to wake us up, to say, hey, guess what? You do need me. Turn back to me. I'm here for you. I can deliver you. I can give you peace. But you have to ask me for it. And sometimes that's the main reason, I believe, in most cases, the reason why He allows certain things for us to go through is because He wants to wake us up and remind us that we need Him. The last point that I really want to make, and I think it's very important that you realize, is no matter what that situation is, no matter what the reason why you're going through it, whether it be something that you caused yourself, something that God is taking you through so you can be a blessing to someone else, something that He's taking you through so that you can then move to that next level of blessed life and abundance, or He's just trying to wake you up to remember that you need Him, and trying to get your attention. No matter what the reason why you might be going through those situations, the one thing that you really need to know beyond anything else is that God is with you, carrying you, and for you as you're going through that situation. And I had a conversation this week with a very, very, very wonderful, I consider friend, someone that I've met through my job. And we had been talking maybe once a week or so, and we had a really, really good conversation today. In that conversation, I mentioned something that I think is very important. So in this video, I believe that you may be watching this video because you're either about to go through a difficult situation in your life, or you're currently dealing with a difficult situation. You're currently trying to find your way out of something. You're currently seeking some type of hope and hoping that you can get some type of answer and get through what it is that you're going through, regardless of what the reason is. I want to make this video, an avenue and an opportunity for you to reach out and say, I want somebody to pray for me going through this situation, that God speak to me, to my heart, and to my life right now in what I'm dealing with. Give me peace and help me to go through it. Sometimes He's not going to take that situation from you because you do need to learn something from it, but He will be with you and He will help you go through it. Sometimes He will not take that situation from you because He wants to give you something greater at the end of what it is that you're dealing with. So you just need some help from God to give you the strength to be able to endure this situation as you're going through it. So one thing I'm going to ask you to do, there's only one thing I'm asking you to do in this video, in the comments section. If you find yourself in that situation and you need someone to pray in agreement with you, your strength and the peace in the situation that you're dealing with, and that God is in control of that situation, and He is going to turn all that you're going through for your good and for your benefit. If you want someone to pray in agreement with you for that, then all you have to do in the comment section is put "pray for me." If you want to make it easier, just drop a comment and just say "pray." You do not have to give the details of the situation that you're going through. All I'm simply asking you to do is put "pray for me" or simply the word "pray" in the comment section. And I, as well as others, will continue to come back to this video frequently and pray for not only the ones who have recently put a comment in, but also anyone who has put the comment in the past. We will continue to come back to this video and pray for you. And so when I say that, I'm also saying this. I'm asking you, any of you who have conversations with God on a regular basis, I'm asking you to come back to this video frequently. Put it in your playlist, somewhere, so that you'll constantly come back to it. And that way you can see all the comments where anyone has asked for us as a community to pray for them. You will be able to come back here and pray for these individuals. Just as a reminder, I need to pray for these individuals that are dealing with these difficult situations right now. So I ask that you will do that and pray with me and pray for me, because believe it or not, even as I continue to move forward and work through putting this content together, and God is working diligently with me, and also putting me through my own different situations in order to help me to grow so that I can be a better blessing and benefit to you. I'm dealing with those things as well. So I ask you to pray for me as well. But again, come back to this video. If you need prayer, put in the comments, "pray for me," or just pray. And if you are someone who has a regular conversation with God, come back to this video and pray for the individuals who are actually putting that in the comments. And I would even go a step further. If you're praying for other individuals in this comment, I'd ask you just to click like on their comment, just to let them know that that's a way of letting others know that, you know what, somebody else is praying for me, because I believe that I have a major impact. Sometimes we have difficulty believing that God can hear our prayers because we feel that we're not worthy to come to Him. And the truth is, we are not worthy, but because of the blood of Jesus Christ, He makes us righteousness before God so that we can go into His presence. So sometimes people feel as if they're not worthy, but to know that somebody else is also praying with you in agreement for you, it's a very big deal. There are many times I know I needed that myself. So with that, I'm gonna end this video. I think I got off track just a little bit, but I didn't say anything that didn't need to be said. I truly hope that this has blessed you in some way, and if it did, just let me know by clicking like on the video, and I truly look forward to talking to you and spending time with you in the comment sections again very, very, very soon.